Hack workstation, Shinobi rookie. We're just gonna try to suicide this. What's happening to Captain Bubs and his accessories pack? Something happening? I didn't know that anything was happening. Hey, Dungzinski. With grazing fire, I believe a 0% shot would have a 50% chance to graze. Yes, he's snake. Which is significant. New headphones. What's wrong with my headphones? My headphones are fine. Dense smoke is useless? I think the extra 10 defense is pretty nice. You're right that removing crit is a very powerful thing that smoke does, but an additive extra 10 defense is also a very nice thing to have. Sometimes you just sort of accidentally win these without your soldier dying, so we can always hold out hope. Baton3, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Take me to church. We don't really want them to be deployed horizontally in a line between us and the objective, but that seems to be what they are right now. I'm gonna go... Okay, so we could... I don't have an assault. We'd probably have to try going around to the left or right, and it looks like we're closer to the left at the moment, so let's do it that way. Subclips are epic. Thank you, White Fluid.
Position confirmed.
Forget about your worries and your strife. I'm now possessed by the Jungle Book. It's not that big a deal if we lose this. Life will go on. We'll just play the HQ in the region, kill the strength that's coming, and continue moving forward with the campaign, basically. Simple bare necessities of life. Stealth mission's still a thing. I think the ideal mobility number to aim for is as high as possible, Cynical Razor. I like my soldiers to have as high as possible mobility, as high as possible aim. That goes for basically every soldier in the barracks, and then the rest of the stats I care very little about, usually.
Okay.
Yeah, Moonshadow and Fat Fugazi. I'm doing really well. So stealth missions still work in some places. On this particular type of mission where I'm hacking works... Oh my god. Wow. That'd be a nice incendiary grenade. On this particular mission where I'm trying to hack a workstation, I don't actually have to come out of it alive. All I have to do is activate the objective.
Closing on target position now.
So that makes for very easy mission completions by just sending a rookie to hack the objective. Tripass! Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Moving to position.
Oh, I don't usually drop consumables from mobility. Consumables are typically well worth it.
Affirmative. Moving out.
On this mission, I have no consumables at all because all I care about is mobility. But in general, consumables are nice to have.
Moving out.
My, like, stat hierarchy would be consumables and what they bring first, followed by probably mobility as the next important thing on guerrilla ops, which are timed, and aim as the next important thing on untimed missions.
Moving.
Yo-he-dreeg. Yo-hell-dreeg. Yo. Y-O-L. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm being held hostage by my followers' usernames.
Orders confirmed. Moving
I
out.
cannot pronounce them. Please send help.
Position confirmed.
Stats aren't as important as control and damage. Yeah, in general. Like, mobility usually lets you deal damage. And aim also lets you deal damage.
Moving to
And control usually comes from perks or consumables. I think if we just get to here, that should be fine.
I have eyes on the enemy.
He has eyes on the enemy. Those mechs can deploy on Overwatch.
Good to go.
Those ones can too. Thank you very much, Sir Wagglepuss. Oh, actually nothing sees him right now. That's awesome. So all we have to do is hit the command button. Just make sure we have him in vision. Yes. All right. And we're currently not in vision of anything. So we throw evac back in a corner or something. Wait. Oh, no, rookie. I don't know. I'm, like, at risk of getting my shinobi discovered here.
Heading out.
Hopefully this will be alright.
Got it covered. Eyes on the target.
There's a lot of hit points on this mission. An awful lot of hit points.
Attempting infiltration.
Give me that. Come on. Come on, give me that. One time. No? No. Okay. So yeah, that wins the mission for me. From here, you know, I'm going to try to get my shinobi out because I actually spent time training my shinobi and all that. But the rookie can just die.
Tell my kids.
What was I meant to tell his kids? I missed that. Sorry.
Heading there now.
We'll just tell his kids that he's dead. How about that? Seems safe enough.
Roger that.
It's like testing to see if they're a witch or not. If they die to Advent, they're not a witch. If they survive the mission, they are a witch. Why Manderley was a witch. Exclamation mark mods will get you all my mods, Mitsuhide.
Advent forces on the ground.
Yeah, Narian. Yeah, it was a bad mission to be a rookie on. What are you gonna do, though? You're not allowed to know where I am, dude. I am 100% in stealth right now. You're definitely not allowed to know where I am.
This is Firebrand. It's time to go.
I'm not sure if they do know where I am or if they're like trying to move to the origin point on the map or something like that. They probably know where I am.
Evac confirmed.
You think they were cheating? I think they were just intelligently scanning the likely places my soldier might be. I would have made the same moves if I were in their shoes. Hey, Brass, how you doing today? Hack Workstation missions put out a Hunt XCOM alert that overrides stealth after the hack. Okay. Hey, we leveled up. Let's grab Bladestorm on Big Green. And I believe that will be a UFO, yeah? Alright, one of these. Whew. Somebody on one of my class review videos, I had mentioned UFOs, I guess, in that review, and he said that he'd played almost 6 campaigns and hadn't seen a landed UFO yet. And thought that they just didn't exist. Might need to direct him to this campaign. So we want a strong team. I think quick burn will be great here. Cooldown is 5 turns. Wow. Doesn't hit Roberts, though. I could go tactical sense. We're already formidable. Oh yeah, technicals get formidable too. I forgot about that. I'm not sure if I want you or not, Survival Plus. I'm gonna go Tactical Sense. I think it's nicer in the sorts of situations we might find ourselves in this one. Then Quick Burn is... I guess we want the Waggle Plus. That's so uniquely disappointing. Where are my sharpshooters? What? Whoa. There's Billy. Okay, there's Bress. He was just hiding from me. And I want 2 of those. Bring Shoshana. She'll do just fine as a corporal, I think. And 1 specialist, maybe. So I have a grenadier with blue screens. I don't have a grenadier. Want a grenadier with blue screen protocol. This would be a great time to have somebody with a pistol and red screen rounds, but we didn't get there yet. I do have red screen rounds available. I don't have a soldier that it really makes sense to put them on. Oh well. Burnout and tech. Why do you need burnout? It doesn't... You can just smoke grenade. There's already a free consumable that you're allowed to equip infinite of at game start, which does what burnout does. I don't understand why people like that ability. EXO Suit. Armor piercing rounds. Wanted mag rifle on our specialist. Laser sight expanded magazine, advanced hair trigger. Do we have cool under pressure? We sure do. Fine with that then. And scale AP again. Everybody's all PCS'd up. All the guns are loaded to the teeth. I could go with an elite scope on the second laser lance, now that I have one. We could upgrade this stuff a little bit too. Upgrade that. I'm just gonna boost this, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna end up boosting this. Unless we have that weird schedule issue where actually it ends up being moderate again. Who brings the smoke ever? I don't know. You like took an entire perk on somebody's level up because you think that the effect that smoke gives is powerful. So maybe you? It would make sense that you might. Beast Boy Bob 9, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's pick up a supply drop. A suppressor does affect the noise from gunshots, yeah. It reduces the range that the gunshots can be heard. Somewhat. We've got a sabotage monument if we want it. It gives us some intel, gives us some vigilance. If there were a better timer on it, maybe. It's a crap timer. Haven must be full of faceless. Or I just got very unlucky on my detection rolls somehow. Okay, I have 1,021 supplies. Coil guns are 13 days off. We have enough Elerium and alloys to build them. I see very little reason not to buy a scientist here. Is there stuff we can spend supply on? No. Let's load up on engineers, getting me skull mining. Head to the wizard market. Hiding is if I want to hide the region from vigilance altogether. So if I want to keep vigilance down at 1 at the beginning of a campaign, I might hide. Or it's if I'm terrified of... honestly, that's the only reason I really use hiding. If I'm in a situation where a region's like full of strength and vigilance, and I don't want to proc intel or recruit retails, I'll just play supply in that region and beat supply retaliations instead. Ellie's here and Bridget. Alright, there's not much reason to buy more soldiers right now, I think. I think we're at a stage in the campaign where we're more struggling to get enough missions and enough equipment than we are struggling to get enough soldiers. We could sell some stuff if we wanted. I bet you anything that my specialist on the UFO doesn't have a tier 2 gremlin. I bet you absolutely anything. Definitely doesn't have the superior hacking PCS either. It's already 14% infiltrated. Crap. Okay. Well, that sucks. We could build a radio tower here and contact New Arctic with the rest of our supply. We have 20 days before the next influx. A radio tower there does do some other things for us. It gets us to Western US more cheaply. I think it gets us to New Australia more cheaply. I think the fastest way we have to get... Oh no, we go this way. So it just gets us to Western US or New Arctic more cheaply. We know there's a facility in New Arctic as well. A toggle button for sound detection. That could be cool, yeah. For me, Advent is equal to us. Advent are the globalists. All bets are off for the globalists. It's just everybody other than the globalists. That's who I respect. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Let's go to New India. Oh, strength is down to 3 here. That's weird. Let's go to New India for a bit. Radio tower increases your income from rebel jobs a little bit in regions by like 20% usually for most of them. For all of them, maybe? I don't know. And yeah, it reduces contact costs for other regions. Tauquin, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Advent are a simple farming people. We should not fear them. Okay, we have ourselves a smash and grab. We can bring just a couple of grenadiers and give them incendiary grenades and the mission's over, basically. It's a very light, which is completely fine by me. This is a strong team. And deploying these guys sort of prevents me from going on other missions for a little bit. I don't know. I could try to keep a 3rd team operative right now. In which case I'd want to bring like a sergeant technical. Squatty sharpshooter, fuck that. Pardon my French. Ranger gunner, specialist technical, grenadier. I think I can actually deploy a C team pretty well right now. Let's just send 5 though, and we'll likely infiltrate it down to extremely light. Go quintuple shredder gun. A couple of incendiary grenades on grenadiers. You get a laser rifle. You get a laser rifle. What made me change my mind about grenadiers? There's nothing wrong with grenadiers. They're just pretty unimpressive. Like, this is the only thing that they do. You build incendiary grenades and give them 2. And that's basically it. Amicus 2010, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. You can also use them to sting grenade eventually, but it takes a really long time. They're just very expensive and don't really ultimately do that much. That's my opinion of grenadiers. Let's throw super hacking here. And I will go with the Skulljack. Just leave the AP rounds at home. This team looks pretty good. not going to put an advanced aim on a shinobi, so you don't get anything for right now. JC, let's go with a hazmat instead of a ceramic plate, and we're good. Oh, smokes. Let's bring a couple of smokes. Sting Grenade is super powerful. Yeah, it's a Gunnery Sergeant perk too, right? Or a Tech Sergeant staff. I don't know. I mean, it's July 27th. I'm in a winning position in my campaign, and my Grenadiers only just got Incendiary Grenades and have not yet gotten Sting Grenades. So, for how uninspiring they are up to this point in the campaign, like, they're finally coming on, and I feel pretty certain that I already won without them. It's just not the best thing ever. Got an engineer we can rescue from a cell. I think I'll probably pass on that one. I don't need an engineer. The intel package could be nice, but like only really if it's intel. The door reward could be nice. It's fairly likely to be intel. It is an extremely light mission. Okay, fine. Fine! Talked myself into it. Peer pressure today, though. You guys, jeez. Just like screaming at me that I have to do this mission like that. That's really off-putting. It's making it hard for me to focus on making the correct moves in this campaign. You guys so loudly demanding that I do it, like you are right now. Oh, you're talking about how the Earth is two-dimensional. Okay, well, I hadn't been reading chat, I just assumed. Fair enough, though. You guys do you. I'm not gonna judge. Never change, Twitch chat, never change. Alright, so I don't have a mag rifle yet. Did all my assaults get wounded? Presumably. That's sort of the fate of assaults in this game. You have Sapper and Grazing the Fire. Way to go, us. Okay, yeah, you do that, Mr. Technical. Probably don't need an elite laser sight. I'll just go with a stun gun. I could buy tier 2 gauntlets. Like, I'm rich as all hell. It's going to be my late game gauntlet. Like, I'm never getting one stronger than that. Sure, why not? I would be fascinated if I somehow ended up with tier 3 gauntlets in this one. How do you win Long War? It's basically the same endgame sequence as in vanilla Talquin. Like a couple of minor changes to exactly how some of the missions are set up, but more or less it's the same. Should we build more Skulljacks? The Stranger is the most uninspiring soldier in the entire world. Alright, so we're getting an extremely light engineer extraction. We do have a specialist for the door hack with a Mark II Gremlin. I don't have any incendiary grenades on this team. Let's go incendiary grenade here. Incendiary grenade here. Just think a little bit nicer than having flashbangs at this point. I'm sorry, Marauder. Maybe you should have been a better soldier. I'm many upgraded weapon and armor pieces do you want by mid-game? I usually go into like 1.5 to 2.5 squads in mid to late game. That's about where it feels right, where I'm like equipping everyone and feel like I can take on the important missions without too much trouble, but I'm not risking like squad wiping and losing anything, everything, anything, everything. And it lets me like progress to the important quest missions and whatever quickly enough in my experience. Let's grab Deadshot. We're gonna train a lot of abilities on Billy probably. Keep scanning, looking for a supply column. That's probably Liberation 1, unless it's the other UFO. Could be the other UFO. There are 2 UFOs, a super emergency reinforcements UFO and a regular UFO. It could be the force level UFO, probably not. I could do a Psy campaign next. I've already tried to do Psy like 3 times, and they're just not very... they're not very good. And the way in which they are good isn't even that exciting, really. Like, it's fairly boring to kill things with Psy soldiers in my experience. I could just recruit up off the Haven Advisor. We're gonna get a retaliation proccing in East Asia really soon, I think. Alright, Deadshot is done. Shredder ammo? Not really the best on a sharpshooter, since sharpshooters are typically trying to get the last hit. It's primary weapon, so it doesn't work with pistols. It's not a terrible ability to have. They also don't really overwatch very much, sharpshooters, because they're usually steadied at distance. But if we're a pistol sharpshooter, maybe things change a little bit and we do end up overwatching with the big guns sometimes. I don't know. We'll go pistol perks first, to be sure. Another prisoner that I also don't care about. That's wonderful. I'm still waiting for the last guerrilla operation in East Asia. I'm hoping that it's a jailbreak or a troop column. And carrying on. Troop column? No. Destroying a relay would be nice. It's a strength 4 region though. So I'm not sure how easy that would really be to do. This feels sort of painful, just sitting here waiting on this stuff. Hey, Yandros the Mad. Alright, so we had a little technical glitch there, but life continues. Let's play some more Long War 2. What am I actually doing? I'm waiting for this to hit light moderate or something so I can... Okay, sure. Let's continue. We just want it to hit vulnerable, should be enough. And there's our retaliation. So we get to hit vulnerable here. It remains moderate. I don't understand what happens with UFO schedules. Let's just play it as a moderate and then come fight here and then do this. It seems like a reasonable solution to me. And we get +1 Avenger power. Great.